Hi, my name is Saurav Dr and I am selected for the Scientist Process Engineer APA profile for Dr. Reddys. So, moving by the questions, I'll start highlighting with what are the important requirements in a CV. So, the most important requirement that I felt is definitely the CGPA. It matters a lot. The second point is if you have an internship like international competition or conference, it's definitely going to give you weightage over other students. So the most important point is CV. Second is international competition or conference. Third would be your positions of responsibilities. If you have any relevant positions of responsibilities, let's say I was vice president of Society of Petroleum Engineers IIT Kharagpur chapter. That would be one of the relevant positions. I was applying for the companies, oil and gas companies. So the third point is the positions of responsibilities, and the fourth point would be your academic projects, because you are applying for a company which is a core chemical engineering company and getting a profile of scientist. So definitely the academic projects are very much important, and they take these projects quite seriously. And moving to the second question, which is how should you prepare for it? So I mentioned four different points for CV, and how do you prepare for it? The first point I'd like to say, start with your developing your making your concepts very clear in chemical engineering. That's the first important and foremost point. They put preference to mass transfer, heat transfer, and fluid mechanics related any issues that they face in industries, and also the concepts that will help you to work in an industry. So that's the first stage. Improve your education, improve your knowledge in chemical engineering subjects. The second would be prepare your HR answers quite nicely. They ask very tricky questions. They would definitely like to know. Indirectly they ask, do you like to go for that company, or do you not leave the company at the later stage? Are you interested in management or going for higher studies? So just prepare those answers quite nicely. It should not be something tailor made. You should be knowing the answers, you should be jotting down all the points, and finally it's better to have definitely a good answer with you at the end of the day. The third question, as it says about the interview, what can you expect? So the most important thing that we'll be expecting is they'll be grilling you all the questions relating to your internships and projects. I was asked a lot of questions regarding my master's thesis project and my bachelor's project, also BTB, and I had to answer a lot of questions explaining them why is this process important and how is this process relevant to an industry. The second point that they raised is for my other three internships that I did in my second, third, and fourth year. So all the questions were very technical, and they really see what is there, how this concept can be also relevant to the industry that they're coming for. I applied for three companies, and this is the third company that I got selected for. So my company was a pharmaceutical company, and they asked me how the internships that I've done. For example, I had done an internship at CD at APCO, which is a computational fluid dynamics related intern, and they asked me how this CFD is used in pharmaceutical industries. So I had to explain them from the start how the process happens, how modeling is done, how Aspen Plus that I have done in my intern and also in my classes. So how is that going to help in the industry? So this is the most important point, focusing on the core concepts of chemical engineering. Plus the interview will be focused mostly on the core concepts, plus the this internships and projects that you have done. And okay, the fourth question, as it says, advice regarding the interview. My advice would be to be frank and honest during the interview. And if you are very much confident, just put forward the answer, and don't not to get confused during that time, because I try to do that a lot. They'll be asking you a lot of cross questions, follow up questions, and they'll just try to deviate you from the topic, which is, if you are confident, it's not going to happen. So that's what I think is very much important for the whole process.